being in this age range and being single, it's like you've always been single or you're divorced and now you're single.
Right.
But you're still single.
Yeah.
You're still single. So if you want to find a relationship, stop waiting on the right time and become the right person.
Ooh, I like that. Stop waiting on the right time. Be the right person.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Bullworth?
No.
Bullworth. Okay. Bullworth, I should have done this off camera, but fuck it. At least now you'll see that I actually am willing to research my shit while I'm talking. So Bullworth, I think it came out like 98,
Okay.
97. Holly Berry was the co-star. And Warren Beatty was the star.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's one of those movies, you can't even...
I think the last Warren Beatty movie I saw was Dick Tracy.
Dude, that was a great movie, too.
I love Dick Tracy. Incredible movie.
I love Dick Tracy.
So much better as I got older.
Remember it.
Nah. Fucking Al Pacino.
Elder millennial moment. You gotta let me get it.
So good.
I just love that part. That was honestly, that was one of my favorite parts as a kid. Because he was snitching the whole time, but he just thought he would get away with it. He was like, nah, I've been snitching. I'm always snitching, but you never know what I'm saying. He's like, no, we heard you that time. I was like, oh, fuck. I love that part. Because he was like, fuck, the bit doesn't work anymore. Like, God, that was good, though. So, Bullworth.
Yeah.
Fucking, I love that movie as a child. Okay. Which probably explains why so many things are wrong with me now. It's about a politician.
Okay.
I don't remember it's been 30 years since I've seen it, at least. Because, it came out 97.
All right.
98. So, I was right. I said 98 the first time. Damn, yeah. I was 14. So, he's a politician.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the details that led to him making the decision he did, but he's very disillusioned with being a politician. And so he decides to commit suicide. But he doesn't want to be the person to do it himself. And he doesn't want to know when it's going to happen. Because he's going to chicken out.
Okay.
So he hires an assassin to kill him at a random time.
Okay.
But then when he decides, well, I'm about to die, I'm going to live life to the fullest. And he hires, I hate to say this, but because of who the actor is, but he hires a prostitute to spend his last days just living his best life. And that prostitute is Holly Berry.
Sure.
Here's the issue. Once he starts hanging out with this prostitute and just living life and no longer caring about what he's supposed to do and how he's supposed to do it, he actually gets back his passion for living and he wants to live.
Yeah.
And then when he goes out to deliver a speech about like how, you know what? Yeah, he sees why you're supposed to be living. That's when the assassin kills him right then and there. Right at the moment where he's like, nah, I want to live. I want to do this. I said that to say, you wanted to talk about timing.
Yeah, it did.
So,
timing.
Yeah,
timing.
It's everything.
As it has come into my purview, timing is everything. Mm-hmm. Because, and I originally came up with the idea, and I was like, I remember coming into the bar, I was like, I have a topic.
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, great.
I remember that.
Run it when we get there. I was like, all right. And what's hitting me so hard about it is that, you know, like I asked you off camera, like, how do you know when the right time is? More than that, are you in control of the timing? You know, Because I mean, as I'm getting older and as I'm going through my own research and phases of myself, like I'm trying to let go of my need of control. Because like I love that segue actually, because when he finally realized I'm not in control, I'm just going to live life to the fullest on my on the terms that I'm given.
Yeah.
That's when he gets hit.
That's when he gets hit.
And that's sort of what I'm trying to let go of, is like my need of control, to like I need this to be perfect. I need to do whatever I have to do in order to get ahead in my job. Whatever. You know. But when is the timing right? I'll give you an example. This sticks with me often, as I am also trying to let it go for, various reasons. I got out of something. I got out of a relationship, and I was trying to work on myself, stay, healing oriented, going through a program, therapy, my own personal research, trying to get my head right. And I was, and a part of that I'd kind of come to in talking to friends and various other, professionals and other people, like, stay single. Just do you. Just do you.
Focus on yourself.
Focus on yourself.
Yeah.
I did that, and I was having the best year ever.
Yeah.
And then I met the perfect person, who I believe is the perfect person.
Yeah.
Believed at the time, and I would even argue I still do. We went through a thing, a lovely little story. We got all the way to this moment where I flew out to see her. We had an incredible time. 2 weeks later, it's over.
Damn.
And it's over because of life circumstances. And I remember sitting here, and I said this to her, and she agreed. If we'd met each other at a different time, this would have worked, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
And that's what really hits me in this moment of like, fuck, I met what I believe is perfect, and it just wasn't the right time. So when is the fucking right time? So I mean, I timing and life and circumstances, of course, too, came into play. But like timing means that I don't get to be with this amazingly wonderful, perfect person. And that's okay. I mean, at the same time, too, it's like, well, that's life.
Yeah.
But when is the right time? When like, and moving forward into the next phase, into the next, person, when's the timing right? I'll give you another example. This happened just Wednesday.
Oh, shit. Damn. Okay.
I might be also, guys, I might be giving you a clue into my pretty pathetic dating life right now. So here you go. Bear with me.
Bro, everyone's dating life is pathetic right now. Let's keep it a buck. Ain't nobody doing that good.
And actually, she actually started following the podcast.
Thank you for following.
She may actually watch.
Yeah.
We'll see. So I'm not talking shit. Anyway,
I hope not.
I'm not talking shit. I'm gonna tell the story from the bartender's perspective.
Yes.
So I go to work on a Wednesday. I set up the bar. Everything's going great. We're dead as shit. And I don't know if you know this, but I've recently learned how to work the projector and the TVs. And when
I didn't know it was recent.
Recent, because I didn't know how to do it. Well, I mean, I could have figured it out. I just didn't take the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I figured out how to do it. And I remember coming in that day, I was like, I want to watch cartoons. And no one's here to stop me. Mark's not working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays anymore. So no one's here to stop me. Bianca doesn't give a shit what's on the TV as long as it's not inappropriate.
Right.
So I turned
Which is such a drastic change from some of the other shifts that we've had where it's like, you know what? Just make it appropriate.
Yeah.
Butt cheeks.
Yeah.
It's just to open up the scene.
Let's just turn up from dusk till dawn. I was like, the titty
Not
moment.
even that.
Yes.
Wolf of Wall Street, ass in the air, boofing. I'm like,
So
okay.
I came into work and I was like, I want to watch some goddamn cartoons. So I put on Speed Racer. So we watched an entire shift of Speed Racer.
Yeah.
I was fucking in cloud 9.
Yeah.
Then this beautiful fucking woman came in with her friend, who's also equally beautiful.
Okay.
And they comment. They're like, Speed fucking Racer. I was like,
Speed fucking Racer.
Speed fucking Racer. Oh my god, this is amazing. And I started to get to talking to her, and
Damn, she knows his middle name.
Yeah, right. And I was like, and I started talking to her. She was really interesting. Her friend's really interesting. They started talking about her friend. I guess is in a situationship with some very not whatever. It's not working, but
It is
she's
what
doing
it
it.
is, yeah.
And the girl I'm interested in has an opinion about it.
Oh yeah.
And we're talking about it and shooting the shit. And she lets it slip. She's like, "You're cute." And I was like,
Aw.
I didn't say nothing. I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
You know, then she asked for my number. Hey.
Yo.
Then she asked for my Insta. I know.
Yo.
Then she asked for my Instagram.
Number, then the Instagram.
I know.
Yo.
Then she asked for my Instagram. Actually, I might have the order out of
Doesn't matter.
Whatever,
She asked for
the
both.
Point, she asked for it. Then she was like, "So what do you do?" I was like, "Well, I'm an actor. I'm a writer. You know, and I do. I know. I'm super LA that way. And I bartend to pay the bills. And you know, I do a lot of. I'm trying to do a lot of different things. My friend has a podcast. He brings me on every so often. She's like, "Oh, really? What is it?" And I told her about the industry experience. She followed it immediately.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, "That's really cool." And so I'm connecting with her in this way. The guy that they're telling me about shows up, as well as some other friends.
Okay.
They sit over there, and the first thing I noticed, I was like, when you're a guy who's interested in a girl, and you're coming into a scenario where you're about to meet her friends, you are no longer trying to impress the girl that you're with. Now you are trying to impress her friends.
Okay.
Because the friends are going to be the first people to shut your shit down.
Yes.
Well, obviously, this guy didn't get the fucking memo. My man, I don't know how I'm smarter than you in this moment. All right.
Okay.
I do realize that as a bartender, I'm also a bouncer, a therapist,
Yes.
a hookup specialist
Yeah.
to the people. I can't take my own advice, but I can give you the greatest advice. Anyway,
You're an intermediary.
so this guy, intermediary, this guy didn't get the memo. My man, you need to be impressing these friends because they're going to talk the most shit about you. Well,
Yeah.
he didn't do that. Anyway, so I have these moments where I get to come over and interact with this girl, and she's so fucking cool. And she is interesting, and she is hot. And I'm into it. Now they're all about to leave, and I maybe have like an hour or so left of my shift, so they come over and they're like, "Hey, we're going to take off. We're going to go down the street to Dublin's. When are you off?" I was like, "Pretty soon here, but probably like half hour. Might take me another half hour to break down this well, and I'm going to get out of here." She's like, "Cool, come meet us when you're done." I was like, "Great, I'm going to text you." She's like, "All right." Text her when I get off. No response. I know they're at Dublin's. That's just down the street. I'm like, all right, I'll head down there. So I head down there. It's just the dude, friends have left, other friends have left, the two ladies. I walk up, I'm like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And the guy's like, "Hey, we're having a private conversation. Can you get out of here?" I was like, "Oh, that's weird." So I reach over to the girl. I'm like, "Hey, come over here. Let's go chat for a sec." She comes over for a second. I could tell, I'm like, you had a couple more drinks since last time we had a moment. Okay, you've had a few more drinks now, so I have to take that as some information interaction here.
Yeah.
She and I have a brief conversation. She stops me and says, "I'm gonna go finish that conversation over there." I'm like, "Oh, that's pressing." Okay, so she goes over there and I'm sitting for a minute. I'm watching this interaction and it's getting heated now, and I'm like, okay, well. So the friend turns me around, takes me over, and says, "Let's go have our chat over here." And I'm like, "Okay." And the friend gives me a detailing list of like, she thinks you're cute, she's interested in you, this, that, and the other. I'm like, "That's cool. That's not what that looks like."
Yeah.
That looks like she was like, whatever she might have been thinking about with me has been sidelined because she would rather go win a fight with the most insecure dude I think I've ever seen.
Okay.
And that was the rest of my time at Dublin's. Mind you, I'd probably gotten off around 11:30.
Oh, wow.
It's now 12:30, bordering almost 1. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I got dogs.
Nothing good's happening.
I got to go.
Yeah.
And I say that to her friend. She's like, "Oh, well, no, they're not going to end that conversation anytime soon."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Listen, you're really super cool. I'm going to go over and say my goodbyes." So I go over to her and I say, "Hey, I got to take off. I got to go take out my dog." She's like, "Hey, it was really nice meeting you." Gives me like a awkward side hug. Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Later, my man." Whatever. Walk out the door and I'm like, "Nice meeting you." That's not what I wanted. Yeah. That's weird. That's awkward. I get to my car. I drive home. Her friend DMs me the next morning. In response to like, "Oh, hey, that was kind of awkward. We won't be seeing that guy anymore." I was like, "That's good. That's for the best." I text her. No text back. In my mind, if you are interested, no text when I got off work, no text back the next day.
Yeah.
This was Wednesday, then into Thursday morning.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from you, and today is Sunday. You ghosted me. I'm done with you.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even went that far.
I'm done with you.
Yeah.
So my feeling is like, was the timing off? What happened here? Like, it just seemed like things were happening. You were in my bar, and things were going swimmingly.
Yeah.
We leave that atmosphere, and everything goes to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man. Yeah,
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. The timing was not right for that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say moments like that are the reason why I have been mostly single for like the last however many years. I know, like, I've been single for a year now. And before that, I tried for a few months. And before that, a year before that, I tried for a few months. But like overall, the thing that's been the most consistent with me as far as my dating life is it always feels, and I've made references to this in the past, but I hadn't figured out if I was going to end up bringing this story up, but I actually think it's kind of a good segue. Timing, in this instance, because this happened yesterday.
Oh, shit.
While I was at work.
It's always a fucking work.
It is. It really is, bro. Because I've said this before. I think on the industry perspective, I'm not sure. I know I haven't said it on Soul Coffee, but I think I've said it on the industry perspective. I know I've said it in person a lot, and sometimes people don't understand exactly what I mean. But I said whenever you are thinking about hospitality workers, service industry workers, I say that people treat us like zoo animals.
Oh, yeah.
Like they literally do. Because think about a zoo animal. When you go to the zoo and you see that animal, you're like, fuck, I haven't seen that before. I'd love to take it home and see it all the time. And then you take it home and find out it has special needs. Or it is special needs in my case. Like, you didn't bring my helmet with me. So it's this thing of like you want it because it's exotic, because it's new, it's exciting, it's all these things, but you don't know how to take care of it. You don't know how to foster it. You don't know anything about it.
Right.
When it comes, because especially right now we're talking about like dating interactions.
Yeah.
I will say that is where it shows up the most, in my opinion, because that's where people have these like split-second interactions of, oh, I want to fuck you. Like, that's it. That's literally all it stems from. Like, I would fuck that person. Let me find out if I actually would like to hang out with that person as well. And you're supposed to make a split-second decision on that. And it's like, the way things are now, that's part of why I hate when I watch dating culture now. Because you've been at work, you've seen it where we're not talking to someone, we're just watching. How many times you see two people, don't even know each other, interact for like a couple seconds or a minute or two, and they exchange Instagram info, and they just go their separate ways. And then turn around and do the same thing with another person and another person. And it's like, so how are you building any rapport with anyone to find out whether or not you want to spend time with someone? If you got 4 Instagram handles at night or 4 phone numbers at night, which person? So last night, sorry, I had to pause because I thought of some shit, and I'm gonna end it with that. But last night was I was working happy hour by myself, not by myself, but as far as being behind the bar, I was the only bartender.
Okay.
So it got to a point where we were starting to get busy back and forth, and I had to go grab a table that's way over by the front door. So for me, I'm at point. That means I gotta go the length of this bar, go all the way around and go all the way to the front of the venue to take your order. When I do that, there was a dude and a woman at the table sitting there. She looked a little sauced, but I couldn't quite tell until she starts talking to me.
Okay.
And she's like, Ben. And I was like, I know what you're doing.
Oh, boy.
But I played dumb. because I was like, why are you telling me to come here? Like, you're hugging on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you telling me to come here? Like, you don't need me. I can hear you totally fine. So why are you telling me to come here? Because I can see her looking at my hair. And she goes, Ben. And I was like, no. Now, why do you need me to, why do you need me to come here? Why are you asking me to come here?
Yeah.
Oh, I love your hair. Thank you. But her hand keeps going like this.
You ain't touching it, bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't touching
she
it,
kept
bitch.
saying, Ben, acá, Ben. Like, come here so I can touch your hair. And I'm just looking, I'm like, bitch, this isn't a petting zoo.
No.
You don't get to just touch my hair. And then she was just like, but I love your hair and this and that. She just kept trying. And he's just
I'm gonna be honest. Like 10 years ago, I made that same mistake because I'm stupid like that, and I did. And she let me know, and I learned real quick. And I was like, you know what? You're right. That was a very dumb thing. I don't know why I decided that was something that I should do. I'll be honest. I'll throw it out there.
I appreciate your honesty.
Mm-hmm. I see her face. I see her rage face. In fact, in my mind right now.
Oh my God, dude. Very few that I remember to this day, one of my ex-girlfriends, this is like 10 years ago, like when we weren't a couple yet. We had just started dating. And I remember one day she had her hands in my hair and I made a comment about like, damn, I didn't realize how much I like for someone to play with my hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, no one ever plays with your hair. I was like, no, I won't let anyone touch it. Usually people touch my hair as strangers. So I don't let anyone get close to my fucking head because I'm tired of people patting my head like a fucking whatever. No, I'm not even going to finish that sentence. I might make it racist, but it was just one of those things of like, I'm not a zoo animal and I don't want to feel like one, and I don't like it when people think that they can just like, I've made this reference before, like they treat us like we're what's his name, Mogwai from Gremlins. Mm-hmm. Like they take us home and then they give us a little bit of water and then we turn into a gremlin and then all of a sudden it's our fucking fault.
I told you what not to do.
Told you what not to do. But to bring it back to what you were saying, as far as like timing and you thinking it's the right timing, but it's timing and setting. Mm. So you were the animal she wanted to pet at that moment until she went to another exhibit. Mm. Then it turned into an argument. Now that's the thing she's more focused on.
Yeah.
Because now you're not even in the setting that you're not in your habitat that she liked seeing you in.
Right.
Had you still been at your job and then had that conversation, you still would have more of a playing field to work with because it'd be like, well, you're still in your element. Right. So the energy around you is still different. But because you went to a neutral ground, you're right. The argument became more important for her. Right. But it's timing and it's setting for sure. You know, had you gotten her attention and gotten off earlier before that started, before they left that venue, then it might have gone completely different and she would have showed more interest. It's not that sometimes it's not that she isn't as interested. It's just her interest wasn't held enough to remember you. Right. You know, how many things do we forget in a shift? But for us, it's like, man, if someone's interested, yo, let's see where this goes. Right. And I would like to do my part to see where it goes. But not everyone's like that these days because to them, those interactions, like, it's 4 or 5 of them a day.
I'm sorry that I'm a dime a dozen, baby. You can just go, check your DMs and find a new guy. Fuck.
I don't think it's that though. I would like to try to combat against that energy because I don't think it's so much that I know that women's inboxes are a dangerous place. I understand that. That's not what I mean. I don't think it's just that. I really do think that it's the same way we digest our news. Mm. If you're constantly getting bombarded with news every day, then what's news? What is supposed to be the thing you're supposed to care about now when you wake up tomorrow and now you got to worry about this next existential crisis? You might have found the person who was the person of your dreams last night and then wake up today and the actual person of your dreams decided that was the day they were going to hit you up. Now you got to decide, do I spin the block with here or do I try the new one? and you don't even know if the new like it's always a waiting or a guessing game, and it's always about trying to figure out if you're in the right place at the right time. You know, because you said you had someone who they told you and you agreed. Like if the timing and the setting was different, then it would have worked.
Yeah.
I've had people where I've felt the same way, but I've also had people where it's like I'm actually glad that things didn't work out because I got to see who they really were. And that's a blessing in disguise as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because anyone who can forget you that quickly can forget you after time as well. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't matter that much to her to where by the time you showed back up, the energy shifted back to being on you and you two getting to know each other, then, you know, it was never going to be anything anyway.
It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. If you're an option, you always will be.
Fuck.
That's one thing I will say I've learned.
Option. Always will be.
Yeah, like I'm either the only thing or I'm nothing.
I said this to someone.
I'm like a Nerf gun.
Oh, I like that.
Is Nerf or nothing.
Oh, I like that. No, I said this to somebody the other day. They were talking. I had a buddy of mine who was telling me about. He's like, Kyle, you need to build a roster. And I was like, first of all, that sounds fucking awful.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And I just looked at him. I was like, hey man, here's the deal. You know, and this isn't just me like floating my own ego by any means, but it's like, I think I'm a number like we play fantasy football, so I was like, let me tell you this in fantasy football terms. So I was like,
number one draft pick.
I think I'm a number one or a good high first round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna join somebody's team and ride the bench hoping I get called up to the majors.
There you go.
You know, if you don't value me as a first round pick, put me back into free agency. Let me go find a team that wants me to be a number one pick.
That was well said, actually.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very well said.
It's like, I'll go back into free agency. Mm-hmm. Let me find a team that wants me. Because here's the deal. If you want me, if you think that I'm a number one pick, I'm gonna take you the big game. I'm gonna get you that ring.
Right.
All right. Mm-hmm. I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't afraid.
But
what I am afraid
of,
what I am afraid of is like I'll be on the wrong team for too damn long, and I'm just gonna fucking sit into obscurity.
Bro, I'm not trying to gas you. I really do feel like you summed it up very well with the fantasy analogy.
Yeah.
I don't play, but I love fantasy football.
Yeah.
But one of my biggest issues with fantasy football is because I love all the players. I love all the teams. I just love watching the game. Mm-hmm. And there are too many times where having a roster is like, I don't want to think about, oh, you're playing this game. Oh, you're doing that. Oh, you're doing that. It's like, nah, I like you. I just want to leave you as a starter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you'll have someone performing on the bench and they perform a little better, mm-hmm. and then you're like, oh, I don't put him in this week. I don't put him in this week because I like this one better.
Like Kyle fucking Pitts, who scored 40 points when I would have took me in the fucking playoffs.
Right, but that would have been the person who...
I love you, Kyle Pitts. I love the Atlanta Falcons. Go Falcons.
That could have been the person who hit you up randomly one night.
Dude, I just did that. That's not...
I didn't see it, so
I'm going to stop doing it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. That didn't happen. At least it was a fist. You were literally like...
Yeah, it was a fist.
Go Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, go... Yeah.
I'm going to try to vouch for you there. I didn't see it.
Jesus Christ.
Don't come for me. I didn't see it.
Don't come for me. It was a gesture. It was not meant to be anything other than support for the Atlanta Falcons.
If Elon can get away with shit and actually mean it, you can make a mistake. Sorry. But yeah, it's like... But think about Kyle Pitts. That one monster game he had has all these people thinking all these things. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but he's never lived up to his potential. So is it timing or is it...
Quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's that too. But I'm just saying he's also not a great route runner. I do like the guy. But I mean, like I said, I watch football. Mm-hmm. He has potential, but he deals with injuries, and he's not a great route runner. I think... he's on the wrong team, personally. You shouldn't have Drake London and Kyle Pitts on the same team because their speeds aren't that much different from each other, and neither are their builds. So what are you really doing? You're having two people playing the same role. Anyway, sorry. Bringing it back to what we were talking about as far as, like, timing and everything, you know, like you can, again, you can have a roster and tell yourself, man, I got a championship roster and this and that. But how are you supposed to manage all of those players? You know what I mean? And their injuries and what their schedule is and
That's
what
what
the
always
team
fucks
had
me every
like.
year is injuries.
Yeah, huh?
That's what fucks me every year is injuries.
But that's what I mean. But like all of these different variables go in.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the point. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
Real life is different.
Yeah.
Having a roster nowadays.
Oh, whenever I play against the like, if I don't draft Bijan Robinson this year,
Yeah.
like, and I play against him, I'm gonna be like,
I want to do a league
I want you to
this
do.
year.
I want you to. Yes, I'm in. I want you to do really well, Bij. Please do really well. Also, lightly twist your ankle so you're out for a few rounds.
No,
like,
man,
please.
I
I want the
that.
Falcons to win the game, but lightly twist your ankle just so you're out for the rest of
No,
the game. So
you
I
don't want
get murdered
that.
by
No,
you.
this is.
I don't want to get murdered by you.
This is where we need to shift it.
No.
It's not about what Bijan does. You draft your player to make sure that no matter what, you can root for Bijan to do what he does for the Falcons.
Oh, I'm always gonna root for
and
Bijan
never
to do
have
what
to
he
worry about him because I used to be a Panthers fan. And I remember one year where I could have drafted CMC first overall. It was that one year where he
Went off
murdered
for
it.
crazy.
But we showed up at the draft a little late, so I ended up having a
So a couple
later
of you guys
draft
had
choice.
okay, yeah.
I had a later draft choice than I was supposed to get. I was supposed to end up getting. They told me, they were like, you would have had number 1. Or no, number 2. I was supposed to have number 2 that year.
So you still could have taken.
And we showed up like 5 to 7 minutes late, or maybe a little bit after that, and ended up being number 10.
Fuck.
And CMC went number 2.
Of course he did.
He went number 2 that year. And my next door neighbor, and because we all worked in the same place, but anyway, my next door neighbor, 2 of them were both in the same league with us, and one of them had CMC. And he ended up winning that year. And he was like, I'm so glad. He would tell me, he's like, I'm so glad you showed up late. Because everyone knew I was going to pick CMC because I was a Panthers fan.
Right.
And I was talking about how good he was because I had him the year before.
Right.
And I would almost win just because of him.
Right.
So he took him because I had him.
That's right.
And it fucking, bro. But anyway.
Broke fantasy. Yeah, I'm down.
What I felt was that you still want to see your team do well. But then I would draft players, or I would have players, and then I would get so caught up in my head about this and that and moving this person, or this person didn't have a good game. Oh, this person doesn't text back in time. This person didn't bring me flowers. This person didn't fucking respect my time and be ready when they said they were going to be there. You know, like all of these things add up, you know, just to keep the fantasy analogy, I think it is, going.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, yeah, but once you get in the weeds of judging each player by each decision, you fucked up your roster. I don't want to play fantasy anymore. I just want one player.
Yeah, me too.
And if me and that player don't work out, like you said, then just let me be a free agent. If I'm the player in this situation, then cut me and let me sign with another team. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to use me as far as like me and you being in this together, because to me, I look at a relationship as a perfect like head coach quarterback scenario. Mm-hmm. And in my perfect scenario, we're both each other's head coach and quarterback. You know, like it can't be I'm the head coach and you're the quarterback. Right. It's got to be like in this situation, I'm the head coach. In that situation, I'm the quarterback. I'm going to let you be the head coach. Whatever play you call, that's the one I'm going to fucking execute. Because in this relationship, for this play, for this game, I'm supposed to be the coach. In this game, I'm supposed to be the quarterback. In that game, man,
I'm on busted-ass running.
Yeah, I'm RB2. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is when I need to sit out. But we don't have that anymore. It's always about being number 1 and winning the game and all this other shit. And it's like, but relationships aren't supposed to be like that. I remember this one girl came in. This was like almost 4 years ago to our same job. And I similar thing happened. She came in before her date came in, but she was complaining that she was like, man, he catfished me and this and that. When he walked in, he did catfish her. But,
shit.
excuse me. But me and her were hitting it off. And like in a very good way. She she was an entrepreneur like I was. She was doing clothing like I was doing. She was in entertainment in a certain way, but more background. Like all of these things fucking aligned where me and her were just like,
Oh shit.
man, we should go on a date. And so I just straight up told her, I was like, I know you're waiting on your date, but you've already told me it's not going well. I'm not gonna ask for your number because I'm already hearing that you're going through a rough time. Because this motherfucker flew into town to see her.
Oh damn.
Flew into town not matching his profile photo. That was or his height. It was fucking hilarious. But I was like, look,
What do you say?
I know
6 feet, and you actually turned up. He's 5.
He
6.
he said he was like 5'11", 6 foot, and he was like 5'6.5", maybe almost 5'7". Because I remember I was taller than him. I'm 5'9".
Come on,
and
bro.
I remember when he came in, I was like, damn nigga, why you lie like that? But and he was pudgier too, and it was just like he told her
It was
he
the whole
was
photo.
in shape.
Well, you got old photos up
was
there then.
everything was different. But they had been talking for like a couple months. He would always portray himself as something different. So that's why I was like, man, I don't want your number. I'll take your Instagram. I'd only been in LA for like a year and a half at that point, maybe a year. And yeah, she was like, yeah, let's go out sometime. And even when she was leaving, because she was like, she sat there with him for a while, and then they finally were leaving.
Yeah.
And as she was leaving, she like let me know. She was like, I'm gonna call you, and I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
She never she answered maybe one DM,
Time, yeah.
maybe two, and I followed her for a couple months. I mean, honestly, after she didn't answer me after a couple of days, I stopped thinking like, oh, I got a shot.
Yep.
But I also did enjoy the she was doing clothing, like I said. I enjoyed the pieces she was making, so I was like, well, fuck it, I'll just rock with you and support what you do. Didn't even support anything I do. Never answered any messages, this and that. You got to let it go, you know? Maybe if I was sitting on the other side of the bar, and then when he decided to leave, she would have just hung out with me.
Yeah.
But I can't hang myself up on that either because just because she seemed perfect at that moment doesn't mean she is.
Yeah.
You know
what
I mean?
Damn,
she might pee with the toilet seat up. I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can tell ourselves someone's perfect, and then you live with them for a while.
Well, that's the thing too. Also, I also had to like kind of justify this too with myself, and like just going back to the first person I was telling you about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might think that you were perfect in the moment, and yeah, when you get them in their exhibit, they are, and then when you get them in a different environment, they ain't. Also, at the same time too, it's like, you know, I don't know, I'm gonna say this, and I don't really know a better way to say it. It's like, yo, at the end of the day, you didn't pick me, so that's okay. And it's like I'm not sitting here being like,
Yes,
because like I've heard a lot of ladies say, I am not a pick me girl. Okay, I'm happy if I get picked. If I could think it's the greatest thing in the world. If I get picked, and if I don't get picked, okay.
Most guys
that's
feel
disappointing.
that way. Yeah.
However, you know, well, onwards and upwards, bigger and better.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. And it's like I didn't get picked. At the end of the day, you know what? That hurt.
Yeah.
That sucks. It's gonna take me that time. It's gonna take for me to feel how I feel and then get over it and move past, and that's okay. That would help. However, I don't drink that anymore.
Heard.
But it's like, it is what it is. It's okay to want to get picked because that's what makes us human. That's what makes us connect and try to be connected to other people. Now, if your life is debilitated because of not getting picked, that's a different story. We're not here to talk about that right now, but
I understand that rejection is very hard, dude.
It sucks.
And that's what makes getting picked so euphoric. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good way of saying it. Euphoric. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's exactly what it feels like.
That shit just changes your brain chemistry. Oh, they picked me.
Like, I'm on.
Oh my God. Someone likes me.
Life right now.
Yeah. It's if you could bottle someone likes me into a feeling,
you'd be the next
highest seller for sure. Yeah. I want to say 2 times that wanting to be picked works so badly for me. And then I'm going to say one story in which it worked out in my favor. Right. Although I have to omit a certain detail. One, because it's gross and I ain't trying to embarrass myself. But so in order of ease to tell the story,
Yeah.
the shortest one that didn't work in my favor, this was probably about a year ago, bro, because I remember it was right after I ended my last relationship. I was at work, and there were these two women who came in, like, ironically enough, from the establishment across the street where said relationship. Yeah. They came in from there and they were pretty lit, but everything was good. Yeah. Both of them were really cute.
Well, that place only hires hot people, so.
Well, they didn't work there. They were guests. They were guests. They were guests.
They're patrons.
Yeah. They were guests. But they came in.
Still, that my previous statement stands. That place only hires hot people.
Yes. There's one girl, I don't know her name on purpose. I don't like learning anyone's names, especially when they're like very pretty. Like I make a concerted effort not to. Like it's hard for me to learn names anyway. But if you're a pretty person, I definitely don't want to know your name. Like I don't. Like I want to know the least little bit about you. That woman has one of my favorite smiles I've ever seen in my entire life. Just purely just a smile. That's it. Just the smile. I'm not even trying to comment on anything else. She's a very beautiful person. Has very beautiful energy when she comes in. But it's just a smile. And just noticing how a smile can change the energy in a room, she's one of those people. And she's also very tiny, but has a big smile. You know, it's just one of those things.
She regular now?
Huh?
Is she regular?
No, I'm saying she works at the spot across the street.
Oh, she works there.
Yeah, she works at the spot across the street. But as far as the story about the regular, though, these two people came in, like I said, it was about a year ago. They were pretty lit. Everything was cool, though. Like, nothing crazy happened. But there was one of them, and it was actually one I was more attracted to, so it worked out that way. She was like talking like, man, nah, I like you, this and that, da-da-da. She's hitting on me, asked for my number. I give her my number. We're talking, whatever. She's sitting like in front of my well or by it. And I swear, if it's not for the fact that I've been burned so many times, I would have felt so burned by how that night went. So I'm sitting there talking to her, and she's like hitting on me and this and that, and she's telling me to come across the bar, and I'm like, nah, I'm busy or whatever. And there's one point where I did have to go around the bar to go get something, and she stops me, pulls me into her, and then just grabs me and then starts making out with me and then starts putting my hands in places that I wasn't going to go without permission. And I'm still on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
And so the manager sees it, like Mark saw it and Dave saw it. So they're both thinking like, is she going to be hanging out at the end of the night so she can go home with you? Or I'm like, man, I don't fucking know.
This just happened.
So we're sitting there, talking while she's still there. And then she's like, oh, well, I got to go to the bathroom because we're about to close. Yeah. She's like, I got to go to the bathroom. And I was like, are y'all going to leave? Or because her friend was like, I think I'm going to leave because they live in Long Beach. She's like, I think I'm going to dip and head back to Long Beach. And she's like, oh, I'm going to use the restroom and I'm going to come back out. And so I'm like, she didn't say she was going back to Long Beach. Right. I'm like, I'm ready for whatever. Like, I'm cool.
I will say one thing. In a pinch, Mark's your fucking homie. Like,
absolutely.
You're gonna get your dick wet.
Not even in a
Mark's
pinch.
got your back. He's like, I'll close your shit. You go.
Not even in pinch. Like, he just has your back at any time.
Mark's a homie.
Mark has your back in a pinch off. Like, oh, you didn't even know this could happen? Let's button this up. Get your ass over there.
Go.
Get the fuck over there. Pinch this off. Get over there. I will finish this over here.
I will take care of this for you. You are fine.
He's a G.
Go.
He's a G. I love the guy. No, it was very much one of those, like, she goes to the bathroom, but she's gone for like a while.
She's got to put her diaphragm in.
Nah, I mean, it's clearly one of those.
Such an old man joke. Yeah,
no. She clearly went in there and did more drugs or sat on the toilet and like fell asleep because she was in there for a long time.
Fair.
And by the time she comes back out, she's like woozy and stumbling.
I was going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She just take a monster shit.
No. I would have forgave that. Yeah. But no, when she came back out, it was clear she barely knew where she was. Yeah. Didn't really recognize me anymore. Yeah. And so I walk her out and like I can see in her eyes she doesn't really remember me. Shoot. And I'm like, man, you've been sitting there.
Just
You're
along?
good. Yeah,
Very cool.
you've been sitting there in front of my well for, like an hour. We've
Yeah.
made out. You made me fondle you. like,
That,
yeah. So it's just
that part
like,
was fun.
okay, cool.
But now I'm gonna have to give you your friend. You gotta go.
Well, yeah. It was like
you
one of
ain't
those,
here.
like, clearly
You not
I'm
here.
I'm not taking you home right now.
No.
So okay, cool, go home. Like that's fine. And then she leaves, and then I shot her a text. Literally, just one of those,
Hey,
get
just
home.
wanna make sure you get home safe,
Please
everything's
let me know
cool.
you get home
Yeah,
safe because
text me
you
when
were
you're
pretty
alright.
lit. Let me know you and your friend go home safe. And it was nice meeting you. I'll chat up with you later.
Yeah.
She texted me back like maybe 10 minutes later. Who is this? I was like, oh, it's Lalo. You just met me at the bar. I'm the bartender. I didn't say, oh, we made out, but I was just like, you just met me. Like we just exchanged numbers. And her response was just like, sorry.
Oh.
LOL, smiley face. And I was like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
no.
I've told you about, like I've had this one person who's been.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I've also
Yeah.
had this person, like this, like who's been in and out of my life the last couple of years, who seems like they would be perfect,
Yep.
but they've never chosen me once,
Right.
not once.
Right.
And at a certain point, you have to look up and say, like, you have to look up in the mirror and say to yourself, like, well, how can I choose myself if I keep choosing someone who doesn't think I'm worth choosing? I have to value myself enough to choose myself over this person. If this person doesn't even view me as good enough to choose to spend time with, to answer, to acknowledge, to connect with, how can I keep giving energy to that person who doesn't see my value and yet still see the value in myself? They're lowering my value because everything I put into them, trying to show them how much they mean to me, falls on deaf ears. They don't even recognize it. They don't even see it. And it's not even because of selfish. Sometimes they have too many numbers in their phone. They have too many things going on in their life. Like they have a roster, whatever it is. I'm not judging that. But at a certain point, we have to look at ourselves and be like, why do I keep pouring into an empty vessel? I'm pouring. It's like one of those like water fixtures where the water shoots to the top and then it drops into the thing and then that gets full and then it drops and then that gets full and then it drops. But the one at the top is never full. Yeah. Or if it is, the water's just like a lot of times it gets to a point, especially with the water pressure, you never see that top fixture move. The water just glides over it so much that every other fixture moves. Right. And that one at the top, the one supplying the water to everything else to make everything else flow, never gets noticed. Water just washes right over it. And it's
you said something about choosing someone, putting energy into a place, and it's not coming back. I have two things to respond to that. One, I need to give some flowers to one of the greatest women in my life. I'm an only child. I think I've told you this. And when I was growing up, my mom said to me, she's like, you get the benefit of being an only child. You get to choose who your siblings are. And I went to graduate school with a girl who I have deemed, I've told her this 1,000 times, I deem her to be my sister. Her name is Jocelyn. And I love Jocelyn to death. And Jocelyn once told me really something similar to what you said. She said, Kyle, when you wake up with a person that you have chosen, what makes that relationship right is that not just you choose them, but that you choose each other every day. Mm-hmm. And that hit me so incredibly hard because it was a moment where I woke up and I realized to myself that for the vast majority, and I mean, people have been fucking yelling this at me in my face and I just couldn't get it. But like I said to you in the beginning, I think in the clip in the show before, you can be told this 1,000 fucking different ways and 1,000 different times, but sometimes it just takes that one person, that one voice that cuts through the fucking static.
You said that tonight as well, actually.
Yeah. And it's like when she said that, it's like it made me realize I've been spending the majority of my relationship life, putting a person on a pedestal and not being on that pedestal with them.
No. Or not being put on a pedestal of your own from them.
Right.
You know?
I am not an equal to this person because I'm putting them above me. I'm choosing to look up again.
Yeah. And
that love is not trickling down to me.
And they're choosing to look down at you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Benefiting from.
And I said two things and I forgot the other one. So fuck it.
No, that was pretty good.
So I want to give my flowers to Jocelyn. Jocelyn, thank you for that.
Yeah, shout out to Jocelyn on that, man. I mean, you. It's easier said than done to say that you're supposed to look out for yourself, but you do. You have to. You can't, like they say, you can't pour into an empty vessel, but you can't pour from an empty one either.
Yeah.
If you just give and give and give and sacrifice, you have nothing for yourself. But you're also doing a disservice to those that you want to help as well if you have nothing to give because you gave it all away poorly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you did it on purpose. It doesn't mean you made a mistake in the sense of something that needs to be paid for. But sometimes it's just a mistake of choosing the wrong person at the wrong time. Mm-hmm. And before we wrap this, I want to leave you with this, and I want to get your response to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, Bullworth. The reason why that movie stood out to me so much because I'm a child, and here I am watching this movie about a politician who doesn't feel fulfilled even though they're a politician, and a lot of things are free and life's whatever, blah, blah, blah. For one, it was like, oh, because you got with a black woman, now all of a sudden your life is better? It's like, duh. But there was also this thing of like the freedom, the sense of freedom of just being able to be yourself. And I don't remember the movie, but, I'm sure if he was a politician, he was an older white politician when this film came out, like I'm sure he was married and everything like that. So, there's timing and there's location and everything like that for being able to find a relationship that fits you enough to live the rest of your life. I would say, as someone who is now divorced, I don't want to speak for you, but I would think that you would have a perspective of how that feels as well, of like, okay, I married this person, not that they were the wrong person to marry, but now that you are in your separate directions.
I'm sure you're sure they were the wrong person.
Okay. I didn't want to speak for you. But,
no, you opened the door. I walked through it. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's just like, there's something to be said for just choosing the wrong person because you think the timing is right, or you think the person is right, or you think you can think it.
Yeah.
So, we never know. There is no right time. There is no right place to make the decision other than, like to take a leap of faith. You gotta discern within yourself, like, is this the right time? Is this the right move? And the reason why I say I want to leave you with this is because the other thing that's always been in my mind, there was Bullworth when I was a child, and there was Patrice O'Neal when I became an adult.
Okay.
And Patrice O'Neal gave me the other half of, like, this puzzle, I guess you could say, at least for me and how I frame it. And Patrice said that people look at relationships like they're special. People look at being married and all these other things like they're special. And he said that I will say to you that a relationship is only as special as a car accident. Meaning, well, I moved the bottle for the wrong reason. But for people watching, and especially for you, so you can get what I'm saying, the way he said it is, if two cars come up in an intersection and everyone obeys the traffic laws and everything goes smoothly, this car will go this way, this car will go this way. They'll never interact.
Right.
But if someone makes a mistake or if something goes differently, car accident.
Right.
And now these two lives have collided into each other.
Right.
But that's how special relationships are. Remember how I said earlier, most people go into relationships based off of, oh, I want to fuck you. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And that's all it took.
Yeah.
It's not, I met you at a place where we go rock climb, like people do it now, but like we go rock climbing together. We do pottery, or
Yeah.
we met at this thing. We're at a thing, and then we get to know each other. Like
Yeah.
the way that you and I tried was, or at least I am kind of speaking for you here because I feel like we're on the same page here. You could just give a number out or an Instagram out. You could just talk to whoever and date whoever
Yeah.
if the only thing you wanted was companionship.
Yeah.
If you just didn't want to be alone, but you actually want connection.
Yeah.
And if you're going to connect to someone, you never want to disconnect again because now you also know what that feels like.
Yeah.
If you collide with someone else, that should be the last car accident you ever get in your life.
That'd be fucking.
These cars are supposed to hit each other and just, you know what? Let's just keep going down the same path, as opposed to
We are one.
let's
car now.
exchange information and never talk again, because that's what just fucking happened to you.
Yeah.
You had a car accident, you exchanged information, but nobody called an insurance provider.
Yeah. And we don't have a goddamn police report.
There you go. It was nice to meet you. Deuces.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not that the relationship being as special as a car accident is a negative.
No, I see. I get
It's
the
a
analogy.
framework.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it's just as special as a car accident and we have now had an accident, let me assess the damage.
Yeah.
What kind of collision did we have? Did we have a collision to where you were going this way and I was going this way and now we're going to go down the same path?
Right.
Like you were going here and I was going here, but now we hit and now we're going that way? Cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Especially if you drive a car or ride a bike that I ride, a car that I drive, something that I like, meaning we have the same interests.
Yeah.
We like to do the same shit, which means 20, 30 years from now, we're not going to go our separate ways because we have nothing in common. And
Right.
the only reason we dated is because we found each other attractive. Ooh, I want to fuck you. That doesn't last for 20, 30 fucking years. So timing can't be everything. Location can't be everything. It's luck to me. But also, what do you do when luck happens? That's what I mean about the car accident. When that accident happens, what do you do with it? Do you exchange information and go your separate ways? Do you act like you didn't collide into each other at all? I mean, I'm sure we both have plenty of people out there the same way. Man, we connected, but they didn't even really get it. I mean, you're kind of in that one. Like, y'all ran into each other and she just kept driving. Yeah. She stopped for a little while, but then she was like, I got to go drive down there. I'm sorry. I got to go meet my friends. Okay, then that accident didn't mean anything to you. That fender bender meant nothing. Mm-hmm. That scrape on your car meant nothing to you. To me, I'm willing to, like, figure this shit out. You want to go on a road trip together? Like, there's so many different ways to paint it, man. Like, I don't feel like we're looking at it the right way because we're still looking at it in wins and losses, and having the right timing implies to me that you're getting the outcome you want. I want to get rid of the outcome that we want. Let life happen, let it come to us, and I'm ready for someone to crash into me and that woman go down the same fucking path together. I'd love nothing more than that. But so far, people just keep it's bumper cars, my nigga. So far, it's been that, bro. Like, I don't know how else to fucking describe it. It's been nothing but bumper cars. And then go run into somebody else and keep trying to figure it out. Nah, I want an intentional accident. You know what I mean? Like, I want to drive Miss Daisy. Nah, never mind. No, I don't. I don't date white women like that.
I'm gonna take what you're saying, because what I really like about it is like,
that didn't land the way I wanted it to.
It's all good. No, what I really like is, I mean, we got car accidents and we got draft picks. I mean, like I wish for you to have the greatest, come together car accident. Just like I'm looking for a long-term contract. So,
bro, for real, man. You want to retire with your favorite team.
I want to retire. I mean, I would love to retire with, a team that wants me.
That's your favorite team.
And I'd like a long-term contract.
Yep.
And if you bet on me, I'll take you to the big game and get you a ring.
Absolutely.
So that's that.
It might not have all the diamonds you want, but if you're willing to work with me, we can get them.
Mm-hmm.
You can always get a new ring.
Look, just like in baseball, I'm gonna slump sometimes too. I ain't gonna I can't promise you I'm gonna bat over 300 every game.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
You know.
Some players are star players, and some keep the team going. But you still get a ring.
Still get a ring.
Still get a ring. And I can be your star player if you let me. How many people out there have a fucking favorite player on the team? You're like, who? Oh, it's the left guard. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's my favorite because I watched that player when he came out of college.
I fucking love Adrian Claiborne.
Yo,
who?
Bro, for me it was
Excuse me?
For me it was Brady Christensen.
That motherfucker.
Brady Christensen. He's still in the league. He's coming off an injury right now. And he's like, I want to re-sign with Carolina. I don't even read Carolina news no more. It's just, I saw an article about Brady Christensen. And I remember when he got drafted, I was still a fan of the team. Mm-hmm. But the knock on him was that he had short arms. But he graded higher than any lineman coming out that year.
Damn.
And the team never would let him start. They kept him on the bench. And then when they finally did start letting him start a little bit, the line was in fucking shambles. But when they should have let him start, bringing it back to the fantasy shit, they didn't fucking believe in him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he was supposed to be this Hall of Fame all-star guard. But he was a great guard because he could also play tackle. Mm-hmm. A short arm, tackle-capable lineman who can rotate to guard and center. Come on, man. Come on, man. And dude, that's what I'm saying. I will take, I'll take a Brady Christensen is what I'm saying. To me, you give me someone who wants to play for my team that way, like you said, I'm going to give you a fucking ring because I'm gonna do the same thing for you. If it's flipped, I'll be your Brady Christensen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to sign long-term deal, you're going to sign me to a long-term deal? You got me, bro. Yeah. I will cover your blind side and your non-blind side. I'll cover all sides. Like, I fucking got you. But
I'm gonna put that opposing team's running back in the fucking dirt.
For real, bro. But people don't want to believe in that no more because they're always looking to sign with another team. They're always looking at free agent contracts.
I mean, people think they can get a long-term contract on a team and then bounce and still get that same long-term contract.
Bro.
Like, what the fuck?
Man, this NIL shit's going crazy. Okay. It does kind of feel like the college portal, bro. Like, yeah, like it's not that. Like, you can do that. And you know what?
Build some name loyalty. Stop switching teams.
To bring it home. Isn't that how dating is, though? Yeah. The college teams, which is your 20s, you can do NIL, and you can go into the portal, and you can play for whoever.
You can redshirt for a year.
Once you get to the fucking pros, you need to sign with a team, and you need to make it work with that team. And motherfuckers don't want to make it work with their team no more. Yeah. They're always looking to jump ship to another fucking team.
Listen, sometimes your team's busted, and you gotta assess whether, and you should assess early whether or not that's the team I want to play for. And if it isn't, be a fucking adult. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
Go into free agency.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between being busted and being respected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
disrespecting the team that took time to draft you, that's not okay.
No, it's not. But I mean, look at where I was going with is look at like the Browns and the Rams.
Right.
You know, Rams have been, you know, up and down and this and that. But now they are perennial Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, and if they get, I mean, that's just because they went and traded for Myles Garrett. Dude, they might get
They were already
They might
favored.
get fucking Aaron Donald to come back and play with him.
Well, I'm just saying they were favored before they got Garrett.
Yeah.
They're favored without Donald.
Yeah.
But they've been up and down But their down years have been, especially the last 20 years, their down years have been
Real
very
down.
few and far between because they finally decided, let's take a chance on the right coach.
Yeah.
Even though he's a little young, he comes from the right tree.
He's got a pedigree to him.
He's got a good pedigree. We believe in him, and then let's stick with him.
Yeah.
And then when the time came, they said, F them picks. And they were like, we're going to put all our money in because we believe in him. And they got a championship. The second championship won in the home stadium of the Super Bowl.
In a year. 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never happened before. Happens 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're trying to come back. The other team I was talking about, the Browns.
Browns, yeah.
The Browns refused to let go of Myles Garrett for years, letting him toil away in mediocrity because they just couldn't let him go because they were like, he's the only thing that makes us look good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dating someone only because they get you into the nicest places.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't supposed to be there.
No.
They're supposed to be there. They're actually supposed to be over there in the high-end place. But they can only afford
For them,
to come
that's
here.
slumming it because of you.
Right. There you go. You're the anchor. And like let's just get away from that. Like nobody wants that anymore. People want to move forward. People want to be happy. People want to be in a relationship. Maybe they work out. Maybe they don't. Marriage isn't what it used to be, man. Don't come for me. I don't know what it is, man. I've never been married, but I see y'all motherfuckers struggling.
It ain't what it used to be. Come for me. I don't care.
I see you motherfuckers struggling, man. Like, we're at the age now. Most of the people we know who were married before are now divorced. So you can't sit here and say that, like, me and you have fucked up just because we're at our age and we're single. Yeah. It's like, yeah, most of you are. I mean, I haven't been divorced. I'm not saying but like, you represent the other half of the demographic or the other part of the demographic of, hey, being in this age range and being single, it's like you've always been single or you're divorced and now you're single.
Right.
But you're still fucking single.
Yeah.
You're still fucking single. So if you want to find a relationship, stop waiting on the right time and become the right person.
Ooh, I like that. Stop waiting on the right time, be the right person.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I hand it to you, my boy.
That's good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. But I want to hand it to you, man. Like, leave the people with something. I'm always on this fucking camera. Like, this is an opportunity for you. Like, what else do you want to leave the people with before we get out of here? Anything on your mind, or just, I don't know, say whatever. I'm drinking tequila. Thank you, Altos. I love, actually, while you're thinking of that, I'm going to give you an opportunity to think. I know you well enough. I can see your gears turn. I was like, let me talk and give you an opportunity to think of something. So I wanted to shout out Altos. I don't remember offhand the co-founder creator that I met, I want to say about 2 months ago, maybe 2.5 months ago at a tasting. I want to say it was Raul. Something like that. It might be on the bottle. I know there's probably somebody out there being like, nigga, look at the fucking bottle. Maybe his name's on it. It is not. Okay, cool. They did a bottle redesign too. That was part of what we were talking about there. But yeah, I wanted to shout out Altos because it is a tequila made by bartenders for bartenders. They are based out of, as far as the creators, one has since passed on, so rest in peace to them. But the person I met, and I think all three of them, they met in Europe because they were bartending in Europe like 13 to 15 years ago, something like that. And they wanted to make a tequila that was for bartenders, by bartenders, especially over there in Europe, because flavor profiles change depending on what city, state, country, region, and everything you're in. And I really love Altos for what they offer and the price point that they're at. I really don't feel like you get a better bang for your buck on tequila, to be totally honest with you. And they didn't pay me to say that. I'd love for them to pay me to say that. First one's free. But yeah, shout out to Altos, man, because it's one of those things where, doing everything I've been doing this year and, industry perspective and Soul Coffee, 20%, and all these things. I understand how hard it is to try to build something from the ground up, and you want people to believe in it because not just because they believe in you, but because they believe in the community that you're trying to build. And I think it's very understated how much Altos is trying to do that. And I'd love to partner with them in the future to, try to bridge the gap. And any other spirit brands out there too. I will not, and we will not be exclusive at the industry perspective. Um, we want to work with everyone. We don't want to have it one of those things where we are exclusive this and cut people off at the knees. I know in one of the last videos, P was like, man, whoever sponsors us first, that's all I'm drinking. Yes, that's true. But don't want to say we're going to be whores. It's just, if we believe in your product and we believe in your people, then we're going to shout you out. And I wanted to start with Altos. So
what if you buy a shirt and they don't shout you out?
Huh?
What if you buy a shirt and they don't shout you out?
Then I will unsubscribe. I will unsubscribe. I'll tell you that right now. You give me your word and you don't do what you say you're going to do, I will unfollow you, bro. But yeah, what about for you? What do you want to leave the people with, my bro? Thank you for coming back to the show, bro.
Oh,
this has been so much fucking fun.
I love the show.
Like, literally, we have over 2 hours worth of shit.
There you go, man. The only thing that's coming to my mind, because yes, you were right, my wheels were turning. The only thing that's coming to my mind is just be kind to each other.
Yeah.
Just be kind. Ghosting sucks. Let's break that fucking trend.
God damn. Now I want to talk about ghosting, but we are out of time. Yeah, we're out of time. Sorry. We've rambled enough, but yeah, ghosting fucking sucks, dude.
Thank you.
Ghosting fucking sucks. But don't ghost us. Like and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Actually, I should announce this a little bit here because maybe it'll give me an opportunity to cut something in the interim until I do the main announcement. We are doing a soft launch for the 20% app on the 27th of July. So a couple weeks from now, depending on when you watch this, it might have already happened. Sucks to suck. You should have got here faster. We're only going to have about 30 spots open, though. This is going to be a private party at high tide at their special speakeasy. So it's not one of those places that you always get to go into. And we feel like it's going to be I personally feel like it's going to be the best opportunity for us to showcase the app coming out on the App Store, what we have envisioned for the future of it and why we even started it in the first place. And the main reason all of this has been happening, this podcast, the merch coming soon, the 20% app, it's always been about community and trying to bring everyone together. This industry, because restaurants and bars are so spread out, the community is always so spread out.
Yep.
And this is going to be our opportunity to just bring all that together. And we can have conversations like this on a smaller scale on social media, which will then breed larger conversations here in the entertainment world as well. So send us any suggestions you have out there. Please throw us some comments. We need more engagement in the comments. We're not paying for bots. That's kind of the thing I've noticed is like, if you pay for bots, you get more engagement. We're not paying for bots. We've always grown this show, our industry perspective, and now Soul Coffee. Like, the whole industry perspective as a whole has been about the community growing together. And I'd like to see more of that as opposed to just trying to get ahead on our own. And I look forward to seeing you all on the 20% app, and let's start building things together so that it's easier for us to build the things that we want. So thank you for your time, guys. And we will see you next time. Cheers.